Hello, I'm Amara Jones, and today is Friday, July 24th. This is Caffeine TV, your daily news brief, here to take you through 3 headline numbers in just 3 minutes, giving you a different take on everything from housing policy to the Real Housewives. The first number up today is 13. That's the number of shots fired from a semi-automatic weapon owned by James Russell Holmes into the crowded Grand Theater in Lafayette, Louisiana last night. Now, Holmes entered the movie theater, which was showing Trainwreck. Just like everyone else, he sat down, but sometime after the movie started, got up, opened fire, killed 3 people and wounded 7. Authorities released his name today with the hopes of finding out more about him. Now, what's interesting about this shooting in a chilling sort of way is that it occurs nearly 3 years to the date of the Aurora, Colorado movie massacre. And just last week, James Egan was convicted of that and now faces the death penalty. And it also occurs on the same day in which an interview with President Obama by the BBC was released, in which he said that the lack of gun control laws during his administration is, quote, his biggest frustration, close quote. Now, the reason why we don't have those laws is because there's a movement in this country against common sense gun reform. And that's because, as I said earlier this week, some people believe that, I guess, these tragedies aren't, well, tragic enough yet. The only question is, what's it gonna take? The next number today is 11, as in 11 days. That's how long it's been since Sandra was found dead in her Waller County, Texas jail cell. And yesterday, Texas authorities released the results of their autopsy. They said that the wounds on her body were consistent with suicide and that there was no evidence of foul play. Not surprisingly, Sandra Bland's family has said that they will conduct their own independent autopsy. But there were additional details released yesterday which make this case even more curious. On her arrest questionnaire, she said that she had attempted suicide within the last year and suffered from depression, both of which meant that she should not have been left alone and should have been subject to more constant monitoring, neither of which happened. And we also found out from the autopsy that apparently, according to them, she had ingested marijuana while in jail, either smoking it or eating it. I guess she's David Blaine and can make substances appear and disappear in confined spaces. But honestly, all of this just points to the fact that the more we learn about this case, the stranger it gets, which means that something isn't right. The last number of today is 2. That's the number of inspectors generals from across the United States government that have asked the Justice Department to open a criminal inquiry into whether or not Hillary Clinton sent classified information over her non-State Department email server that she used while Secretary of State. That's according to today's New York Times. Now, the Clinton campaign sent out a tweet today saying that any information that's now labeled classified wasn't labeled classified at the time, and so she broke no laws. But this points to a potential vulnerability on the Democratic side. Now, it looks like, given the 16-candidate show amongst Republicans, that the Democrats have a really good shot, whoever their nominee is, of winning the presidency. And right now, that person appears to be Hillary Clinton. But the Clinton campaign is like a battleship. It's durable, formidable, and looks like a winner until it springs a leak.